All right, 13.6. Compute with time. Very little I can need to tell you here at this point. As just mentioned off camera, this is the 6th of these kind of lessons here. And we got this one today. And then the one tomorrow, it's a little trickier, I suppose. All these different conversions, probably most of these you don't know. A lot of them are approximate conversions, but we'll be converting between our USA way of measuring things and how the rest of the world measures things, going back and forth between those two different forms of measurement there. But that's tomorrow. Today, you go, right here is your grid of the information that you'll need. And once again, on your quiz tomorrow, this will all be provided to you. This whole grid, everything you see here, you'll get to see tomorrow. Along with nothing really to show you there, along with this one from 13.4. So a little bit smaller piece of paper. Well, same size piece of paper, but a little bit less on there. There's really just the two, this graph, that little graph, and this little graph here. Yours to keep, yours to use on the quiz, yours to help you prepare your note card. Once we get closer to the quiz, I'll start passing that stuff out, but some of these I would assume you know. Probably most you have a good chance to know any of them. Maybe 100 years is 1 century. You may not know that one there, but the rest of them I would think you know. So doing the same thing here. So let's look at numbers 1 through 6 on page 458. And again, it can be a little trickier here how this works here, but we're gonna go through this elapsed time stuff here. So number 1 basically says how much time has passed. It says from 3:15 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. So, subtracting problem, time elapsed here, how much time has passed here. The way you're going to want to generally solve these here is start wherever you end here at 6:30 p.m. I could say 6 hours, 30 minutes if I want. Hours, I could do 30 minutes over here and then subtract 3 hours and 15 minutes. This one should be pretty straightforward. Nothing to break apart, nothing to carry over there. 3 hours, 15 minutes. Look at number 3. It says from 10:30 a.m. to 3:15 p.m. And there's a couple different ways, I suppose, you could go about doing this here. What I suggest doing here in a problem like this is do you know what military time is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So the morning hours is 0100, that's 1 a.m. 0600, that's 6 a.m. 0930 is 9:30 a.m. 11:15 is 11:15, but noon is still 12. But then when you get to 1 o'clock, we just say 1300, 1400, 15, all the way up to 11:59 p.m., which is 23:59. And the reason we do that here is, again, we know we can't necessarily just subtract these from each other because we're going to run into noon, and when you get to noon, then the whole thing kind of starts again. So you could do this a couple ways. You could convert to military time, in this case here. So what's 13:15 in military time? 15:15. Then I can go ahead and subtract. I could take my 15 hours 50, and again, you don't necessarily have to write all these labels out here. I'm just doing it so it's a little easier because you can see that ultimately this is our subtracting problem that we're going to end up doing here. And we can't do 15 minus 30. Take one out. How many minutes are in an hour? So I need to put put the 60 back in. Now I got 75 because I took 1 hour out. Putting it back in is 60 minutes. They are one and the same here, so that's my... And now I can subtract. 75 minus 35 is 45 minutes. 14 minus 10, how much time has elapsed from 10:30 a.m. to 3:15 p.m.? 4 hours, 45 minutes. Another way you could do this, and again, I'll show another way you can decide if you can get to military time and understand military time and how that works. That is an option you have. If you don't understand military time, same problem here from 10:30 a.m. to 3:15 p.m. What you can do is at 12 o'clock is going to be noon, right? You know that. You know that. So I could just figure out how much time is it to get to 12 o'clock. How long does from 10:30 to 12 o'clock? And then I could just add that to however long it takes to get from 12 o'clock to 3:15. Okay? So if you're going to go this route here, you need to be able to fluctuate this between a 0. Because from 12 o'clock to 10:30 is how many minutes? Right, 90 minutes. So 10 hours, 30 minutes. And again, if I'm subtracting it out, I still need to break one out, put it back in here. 60 minus 30 is 30 minutes. 11 minus 10, it is 1 hour, 30 minutes to get to 12 o'clock, noon. Agreed? Now, I'll just save that here, but I'm going to add that from the difference from 3:15 to 12. Now, at this point here, I can't just go 12 hours, 0 minutes, subtract 3 hours, 15 minutes, because that would leave me with 8 hours, 45 minutes. That's not what it is. So when we get up to this point here, when you're dealing with noon, from 12 to 10:30, it is 90 minutes. But now I need to call this basically 0 hour. At this point here, I'm resetting. And how long is it from noon or 0 to 3:15? Right, whatever's left, you just add it on there because you're going to zero this out. It's 90 minutes to get to noon, and then it's another 3 hours and 15 minutes after noon. So over here, I got my 3 hours and 15 minutes from noon to 3:15. It's 1 hour, 30 minutes to noon, and then from noon to 3:15 is 3 hours, 15 minutes. What I'll want to do is just add those two things together here. 15, there's my 45 minutes, and there's my 4 hours. And you can see that in the end here, we got the exact same answer. So you don't need to do it both these ways, obviously. If you're getting 4 hours, 45 minutes, I like how you do it. You could military time it and subtract, or you could break it into two problems and just add the time to get to, and this the same for midnight too, in a sense, that I would just get to midnight, and then after midnight, how long is it till whatever, and just add those two values together.
I think the military time's easier.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that statement too. To be honest with you, military time is the way to go. So, but you have a couple options, you know. Okay, why don't you guys try number 6? And we'll move on to the next side here. From 6:22 a.m. to 2:10 p.m. How long is it from 6:22 a.m. to 12:10 p.m.? I'll just work it the military way.
Oh, yeah.
Unless anybody wants me to do it the other way.
Nope.
I can do it whatever you guys tell me. I've just heard 3 different people vouch to say military time is what they like, so if that's what you're all using, then I'll just do it that way. But if you're using the other way or want me to do it the other way, I can. I just need somebody to tell me that.
what? 22.
48.
Thank you.
So military time, 2:10 p.m. is 14:10. And now I can go ahead and subtract my 14 hours, 10 minutes, and then I subtract where I started from here. 6:22 is 6 hours and 22 minutes. And the first thing I'll need to do is break an hour out, put it back in, 60 minutes. That gives me 70 minutes over here. 70 minus 22 is 48. There's my minutes. 13 minus 6 is 7 hours. 7 hours, 48 minutes has elapsed here. If you know, they say like 9 to 5, and, like you work in general in the world 8-hour shifts. Some people work 7 to 3 or 6 to 2. But if you understood 6 to 2, this is 8 hours minus 12 minutes, you might just be able to see it in your head here. This is from 6 to 2 is 8 hours, but 12 minutes less than 8 hours. And then you could just, in your head, visualize it's 7 hours, 48 minutes if you just understood how, or not. I'm just throwing it out there. But 8-hour numbers, a lot of people, you guys are a little young, but once you start working here, your 8-hour days, 5 days a week, you'll get used to that. Third shift, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. or 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. sometimes. Second shift, if they go, I work second shift, then they work 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's second shift hours, 3 to 11. So some of these little 8-hour things are easier to remember here, but you can always just pen it. It's 7 hours, 48 minutes, I like. Okay, other side here. 7 through 12, once again, we're just converting to different units of measure here. There's where we start, there's where we end at this point here. Number 7 says 2 years, 3 months equals how many months? So you probably can figure this out yourself here, but I'll pull a stick and let somebody walk through the process here. So 2 years, 3 months is how many months? And how do I figure it out?
Six.
Number 7.
Just convert it to months.
2 years, 3 months. Oh, that's easy, bro.
Right, there's your conversion you would probably want to use right there. If you do not know how many months are in a year, well, it's provided to you. There's 12 months in a year. So how many months are in 2 years?
I got it, bro.
Okay. What do you think? Help me out. Sierra.
So 2 years would be 24 months. And
Right.
then you just add the 3 months. And it'd be 27 months.
27 months it is. That is correct. Just like she said it, let's convert our years to months. 2 years is 24 months, and then add on the remaining 3 months that were here. 24 plus 3 is grand total of 27. Number 9, 3 days, 2 hours is how many hours?
23 hours in a day. But oh, what?
23
Are
hours,
we
56
going? Okay.
minutes, and 4
Are we
seconds.
going off 24 hours?
We'll go by the conversion provided to us, which if you don't know, it tells us that there are 24 hours in one day. Over here.
Actually, it's 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds. They got.
But on the leap year it changes.
Yeah. That's because it adds up to a whole other day.
This one's very similar to Sierra's problem, just different conversion, I guess. All right, walk me through. How did you do it? What are you thinking, Savannah?
So, in 3, I thought it was 3 hours, not 3 days.
3 days. Well, what are you going to do with 3 days?
So it's 24 hours.
Right. So 1 day is 24 hours. How would I figure out how much 3 days are?
So you do, 24
Yep.
times 24.
There's, nope, because in 1 day is 24 hours, 2 days would be 48 hours. So 3 days, I just take my 24 and multiply it by 3.
That is. Which is 72.
72. So 3 days is 72 hours, but then I got these two also here.
So then you have to do 72 times.
Not times, because I already got 72 hours. I just need to add on these extra 2 hours here. So what's 72 plus 2?
74.
And there's my answer right there. So 1 day, 24 hours, 2 days, 48 hours, 3 days, 72 hours. So there's my 72 hours, but I still got 2 more hours left. Not enough to make a whole day. So I would just add them together there. And 74 hours it shall be. Try number, we'll do one more of these. 12, I guess, and then we'll, you see some computes are coming up. 758 days is how many years, how many weeks?
That's not funny.
I never said anything.
Wait, are we doing leap years?
No, 365 is what it is. Unless that information's provided to you, you always assume it's 365, unless explicitly told otherwise. So, no, everything we do will 365 days is 1 year.
Why wouldn't it be? Uh-oh. I know it is, bro.
Oh, yep, I got you, dude. I got one.
Remember, we're in days, and our answer should be in years and weeks.
I got it.
From 60, that number, what's that, and that number?
Why would you
I know how
yeah,
I would.
yeah.
I'm multiplying. Got a problem with that, bro?
All right. What are you thinking? What do you see? What do you know? Dom.
Yeah. Answer or?
Well, yeah, how'd you get it? What did you do? What were you thinking to solve this?
I did 258 divided by 365.
758 divided by 365. 758 divided by 365 gives me that. So what do you do with that number? Or what does that tell you?
Well, I did it in a bar, not on my calculator.
Well, yeah, but why did you divide 758 into 365?
To see how many years I have.
And how many years do you have? Right, there's your number here. It's whatever this whole number is, that's how many years. So he's figuring out 365 days in a year. Let's divide it into 758. Is it 1 year, 2 year, 3 years?
And then
But he figured out, this is, again, all these decimals here, he's not concerned about that. And again, if you were doing it by hand, you got remainder, but you didn't even probably start figuring out, you just wanted that 2. That's the number you wanted. So now he understood that it's 2 years. But what did you do next then?
I did 365 plus 365.
Yeah, so 2 years is basically 730 days.
And then minus 758, which is 28. And then
Right.
7 days in a week, so 4 weeks. 2 years, 4 weeks.
Equals 730 days. So that's what he figured out first. So he knows that there's 2 years in here, but there's still something left over because 2 years is 730 days. We have 758 days. So how many days do we still have unaccounted for? Well, we take our 758, subtract the 2 years. 730 means there's still 28 days left over. And of course, 28 days converted to weeks, 7 days in a week is 4 weeks. And that's what we need there. So that was handled well. Again, at some point here, you'll want to figure out your days to years. Somehow you should come up with 2 years, not 3 years. It's too much. 1 year wouldn't be enough. You'd have 56 weeks left over, so that's not going to help. You got to convert that too. So, but yeah, there we go. We'll try 13 through 16. So once again, just 1 subtract, 1 add, 1 multiply, 1 divide.
That's what we're doing.
Yep, 13, 14, 15, and 16, and I think that'll call it a day then.
That's okay.
6 hours, 25 minutes. Subtract 2 hours, 40 minutes. And again, use what we've talked about in prior lessons about what do you want to simplify to, and
Number 14. 18. Simplifying, right?
No, I got that one, no.
Are we doing number 4?
what?
What's number 4?
Oh, 14. Yeah, 13, 14. 1 subtract, 1 add, 1 multiply, 1 divide.
Do we do 31 days in a month?
What do they say here?
It says, it doesn't say. Yeah, it doesn't say.
I guess
Just do 30.
Because that will be the easiest crap.
and then, yeah, don't assume, there's, again, different months have different number of days, so.
Oh, it's times 3. So, do I not worry about that?
For
Like
which
if I
one?
had 36 days, would I simplify that into like 1 month and how many days?
At 15, you mean?
Yeah.
I see what the book has in parentheses, and it goes, days in a month vary. Use 1 month equals 30 days.
Oh, okay.
So I guess we'll go with that then. Call 1 month is 30 days, but yeah, it's good. A good question indeed, to be honest with you. I don't recall that being an issue on the quiz at all. I didn't have anybody ask me about that last year at all, so. But it is a good question, so. Ugh. All right. Number 13. Sig.
I got you. Okay. So, can't really do anything, so we gotta borrow the 1 from the 6. And then it's equals 75? 85. Oh,
85. Add 60 minutes.
oh yeah. And then mine's at 45.
Yep.
And then 5 minus 2 is 3. So 3 hours and 45 minutes.
That's it. Yep. 3 hours, 45 minutes. 14. Jackson.
Okay, so you add them up and you get 33 hours, 4 days, and that simplifies to 5 days, 9 hours.
Right. Yep. Convert your hours into days. That's 1 day. And then 24, 33 minus 24 leaves me 9 hours left over. So there's 33 hours, 1 day, 9 hours. Left over, 4 plus 1, 5 days, 9 hours. All right. 15. Evangeline.
Okay. So first I multiply the 3, so
Yep.
12 times 3 is 36.
36 days,
And then 3 times 5 is 15 months.
15 months,
And then 3 times 2 is 6 years.
6 years.
And then I can turn that into, first I did the months into the years.
Yep.
So that would be 7 years and 3 months.
Right, so 15 months is the same as 1 year, 3 months. So add that together. Now I'm up to 7 years, 3 months, and still got the 36 days.
And then that turns into 7 years, 4 months, and 6 days.
Right, so 30 months, so subtract the 30. That is the same as 1 month, 6 days. So 7 years, not changed, 3 months plus 1 month, 4 months, and then what's left over? 6 days. 7 years, 4 months, 6 days. That was well handled there. You did everything in the right order. Again, I'm just trying to, you can start in days, turn them into months, or however you want to do it here, but the days got to get converted up. The months also got to get converted up here. So whatever order you do it, that's fine. But okay, last one. So let's see, Brooke.
Okay, so first, I converted 33 minutes into 1,980 seconds, and then plus 15, which is 1,995 seconds,
Right.
and then I divided that by 5, and I got 399 seconds. Then that divided by 60 is 6, and then I got 36 minutes, 39 seconds.
So 399 divided by, what was it there? Something. 6 minutes. So 60 seconds in a minute. So 6 times 6. There's my 6 minutes, which is the same as 360 seconds. And then 390 minus 366 means I still have 39 seconds left over. So that would indeed be the correct answer, 6 minutes, 39 seconds. Whenever you're dividing, you need to convert it into 1 unit of measure, usually the smallest unit of measure, in this case, seconds. So turn your minutes into seconds. 1 minute is 60 seconds, 2 minutes, 120 seconds, 3 minutes, 180. That pattern continues. However many minutes you have, you multiply by 60 to turn into seconds. And then, of course, 33 minutes is 1,980. Still got 15 more seconds still left over. It's not 33 minutes, it's 33 minutes, 15 seconds. Grand total, 1,995. Now that I got it all in 1 unit of measure, in this case seconds, now I can divide. My answer will come back in that same unit of measure, 399 seconds, and then go through and simplify that. We want our answer in minutes and seconds. 6 minutes, 360 seconds, plus the 39 left over, your remainder, That's what you got there. Okay.
Hi, Damien. Hi, Damien. How's Florida? Gotta be good.
I should
I'm coming to
say
you.
one more. You don't have to write any of this. Give you pull a few sticks here, but it says it's 9 a.m. in Denver. Okay, the time zones here.
You don't have to write it down.
We'll walk through this. I'll pull a few sticks here. I want to get through all these here. So I don't know how much you know about time zones or what here. What time zone are we in? Yeah, Central Time. All this purple here is Central. If it's 9 a.m. in Denver, what time is it here in Wisconsin?
Where's Denver? What state is Denver in?
Denver's in Colorado. It's right here.
8,
It's in the mountain time.
8,
Yeah.
8, 8,
8.
8.
Nope.
Oh, 10.
7.
It's 10 o'clock here. If it's 9 o'clock in Denver, it's 10 o'clock here. Because remember, the sun rises from the east, goes this way, sets in the west. So if it's 9 o'clock here, what time is it in New York?
Oh,
Here.
11.
8. 10.
10 o'clock in New York. If it's 9 o'clock here, it's 10 o'clock in New York.
Oh,
They're 1 hour ahead of us. Denver's 1 hour behind us. The Pacific is 2 hours behind us. So right now it's 10:05. What time is it in California? Right now.
If it's what?
It's 10:05 right now.
8:05.
It's 8:05 in California because they're two time zones ahead of us here.
Wait, what time would it be in Damien then? What time is it right now? 10:05.
10:05.
Well, it depends where Damien is.
Yeah.
Because if he's in Central, then.
He's in Florida.
I know, but
Oh my
Florida
God.
has two.
So it's 11:05 for him right now.
Well, unless he's in the.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's not.
Well,
He said he was in the top.
right. I guess it depends on. Most people go to this part of Florida down here. I know of nobody that goes to this part of Florida.
Same. We went to Orlando.
Right. Orlando, Tampa, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, they're all in this area here. So
We went on the
nobody goes up to that part of Florida.
What's up there?
Redneck country. Yeah. Rednecks.
Damon's gonna become a redneck.
Poor people. Nobody goes on vacation to that part of Florida. So, right. Nobody in the history of the earth goes, well, I'm going to go on vacation. I'm going to West Virginia. I'm going to Arkansas. There's nothing in those. You know,
My second cousin.
right. Nobody, you'll never hear anybody say those words. Ever.
Unless they have like family.
Well, yeah, that's like slightly different. But other than that, nobody ever goes there.
I'm going.
So 9 o'clock in Denver. What time is it in Portland? Here we go. Boom. Dom, what time is it in Portland, Oregon?
Portland, Oregon. If it's what time here?
It's 9 o'clock in Denver.
Yeah.
What time is it in Portland?
Portland.
8.
8 o'clock. Right. They're an hour behind
Let's
Denver.
be on the test.
St. Louis, Missouri. Sig.
Wait. Oh. It's the same time.
Denver's over here. St. Louis is over
We're
there.
in a mountain. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. It is 10.
10 a.m. Right. Miami. Savannah. Miami's over here.
Oh, so it's it's is it 10:25?
2 hours ahead. They are, so 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Alaska and Hawaii are a little different there with their time here. But if you look at Alaska, in theory, they're in their own time zone here. They are one more farther over. So they kind of show these clocks here where it's 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So you see the pattern here. So if it's 9 a.m. in Denver, what's the time in
7.
Anchorage? Yeah, 7 a.m. They're 2 hours behind Denver. They're 3 hours behind us. So it's 10:10 here in Alaska. It's 7:10 right now. In Hawaii, number 21, you see again 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, which means again 1, 2, 3. So if it's 9 o'clock in Denver, what time is it in Hawaii?
A number.
7. Wait, no, 8. 6.
6. Right. 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So
5 o'clock?
No.
No,
We're in
Denver.
9 o'clock, yeah, Denver time. If it was 9 o'clock our time, it would be 5 o'clock because Hawaii is 4 hours behind us with the time there. So, okay. No, I don't ask you this here, but still, it's not the worst. I mean, if you, get you a little understanding of time zones and how they work, I think you understand it a little bit. But
Damien, you need to comment on this video and tell us which part of Florida you're in.
tell us, Davian, what part of Florida are you in? Are you in the purple part, which I sure hope you aren't?
Yeah, you're redneck in there.
Or you in the blue part, which I am 100% of the people that travel to Florida are in. So, all right, I'd say it's a guarantee. If he's in the red purple part, wow, that's too bad. Damien,
Go wrestle
I'll
a
say
shark.
for you.
Bye.